Hey, so it's Miss Cool today, coming on here, doing a little shout out on self respect before I do some art. It just came to my attention to talk a little bit about that today. So, the self respect thing that people want to have that obviously don't have are the people that you love that are around people that you know yourself you wouldn't tolerate. It's something that's taught to us, or you can learn the hard way, like Miss Cole. See, in my life, I had to learn a lot of things the hard way, being that my parents weren't around to teach me things. So, this is coming from a place of love. And when it's coming from a place of love, then it's a better place because there's no reason why I shouldn't say it. So, with that in mind, we're going to talk about some self respect. We're going to talk about the people and the crowds and what things that you're around. When you have self respect, you're not afraid to step up and say, hey, that's not my cup of tea. Say, for example, if people are doing things that probably would lower your standards or move on you to change your character. There's a lot of people that want to change your character. There's a lot of people that want to see how far they can push you to do things. They want to test you. And while they're thinking they're testing you, you're really testing them because you probably are going to end up saying either yes or no. So let's not feel bad for the things that we choose, like Miss Cool did for years and has some regrets that I had to work out. And they're knots. They're actually knots that get inside of you, and they can appear in different situations. So you can either overdo this stuff where you've got to bring your meter back down. See, in therapy, my therapist taught me that. Because, like, I'm overdoing it in certain areas. Like, I haven't really given a lot of people a chance if I see, too many red flags. Now, I've got some people in my life right now that have a lot of red flags, but they also, hold dear in my heart. So, and since I am a person that's not going to turn my back on certain people because I'm loyal, as long as they don't know it and push that button too much. Because if they push that button too much on Miss Cool, my loyalty, I will repel. But anyway, back to this self-respect. What is self-respect? Think about it today. What would you think self-respect would be? A lot of people don't even know it. A lot of people have to find out self-respect in their life. Back to this therapist, I've had 2 or 3 of them in my life that really helped me out. A lot of people out there that are taking medication and you don't do the therapy with it, shame on you. Because anybody can take a bunch of pills, but if you don't know why you're taking the pills, because you don't know your triggers, you don't have boundaries, you don't really choose, the right situation, if you don't know how to say no, if you don't know how to shut the door gently and walk away, then you might need some therapy. Okay, I'm going to praise the Lord right now because I'm not on any medication. Okay, but it's taking a lot of work. It's a lot of work to go in and talk to a therapist. The reason you have a therapist is because they don't love you. They're not emotionally attached to you. Okay? So it's a good idea to go in and talk to somebody if you're struggling in your life. And it's great. It really is. Because sometimes people need a little help, okay? And understanding things that you didn't learn at a young age. Here's my shout out today. Teach your children and yourself to have self-respect. That at the end of the day, when you put your head on the pillow, you're not regretting a lot of stuff, okay? Because in life, you could have walked away, and why were you there anyway? So have some self-respect for yourself. Say no to people. Choose a path that's pretty, it's not smooth. It would be more or less kind of rough to hit. You'd be like looking at it going, wait a minute, I don't want to hit that road. I'm going to go on this one. No, go on that one because that's yours. Why is it yours? Because you're going to beat that road up with your feet and your decisions and your ideas. And you could pave the road for your children to see, and they would know your mistakes, and you could be open and transparent with that, and they could learn. Believe it or not, my children have taught me so much. So the minute you think that you are smarter than your kids, be careful, they're very smart too. Also, they're you. So they're kind of a reflection of you. And if they're not, have enough love and come from a place of love to say, whoa, wait a minute, put the brakes on. Whoa, wait a minute here, child. Well, wait a minute here, adult child. Let's rethink some stuff. Let's apologize to our children for making mistakes as parents. Okay? Because if we do that, they're going to think about it without you even saying it and go, whoa, I don't want to do that. And I probably already have. So it's always about fixing, changing, moving forward, not living in the past. And if you have, forgive yourself. Sometimes people put that last straw on your back. Sometimes people really don't want to understand you, and they always want to see a trigger. They always want to push a button. They always want to bring that mama bear out in you. Bring out that mama bear in me and watch what happens. Yeah. She's not nice. That's why I like that 17-year-old girl that's on the news right now that pushed that bear over the wall. She was in mama bear mode. 17. Boom, pushed it off. Why? You mess with her little dogs that are her children. So, yeah, speaking of which, I got this bear on. But everybody have a good day, and God bless you, and let's learn what self-respect is. In conversations, I can get a little wild, but I grew up in LA, and I was around some kids that, you were cool if you could do that. You were cool if you could be crude. You were cool if in your vocabulary you couldn't think of anything except for words that would probably take people back and go, whoa, what'd you say? So we don't have to communicate like that. We can have self-respect. We don't have to treat one another like that. We can have self-respect. Because if we have self-respect, then usually the people we're talking to finally sort of get it. That you're not that type of person that you can joke that hard with crude jokes. That you're not that person that's going to say, hey, Now, they want you to be that other person if they knew the other one. And sometimes if you actually change, you guys, and you have self-respect and you're learning to change things. I had a therapist once say, they're going to get mad at you. And I'm like, why? Because they want you to be the other way. So know that there's a little battle there. They want you to maybe fall back, or you yourself feel more comfortable with that because you're having identity issues. But try to change. Try to choose different subjects. Try to say, hey, that's not cool. But people do like people to react. It's part of life, Let's see what we can get them to do. And bullies are really bad. These children that really bully each other. Adults bully too. I've bullied to get my way. And all I ever did was lower who I was. So it's Pamela saying have self-respect today. And if you mess up, forgive yourself with your own personal eraser. Like my Jewish grandfather said, that's why there's erasers on pencils, Pamela. Everyone makes mistakes. And God bless you. It's Miss Cool saying self-respect.